half a century, Connell, Washington's economy depended on French fries. Up until September, this plant processed 300 million pounds of potatoes into fries every year. Adam Kunkel moved his family here to the town of about 3,000 in 2013 so he could work at the factory. His wife, Katrina, opened a coffee shop.
We finally bought a house like 2 years ago. Being first-time home buyers, we were so excited, and we thought this was going to be great.
Great until the fall, when the factory laid off all of its workers. The parent company pointed to a national decrease in fast food visits, which drove down French fry sales. They say caused by inflation. This fall, one of their customers, McDonald's, reported sales were down 1.5%, enough to help devastate this local economy.
I think French fries will be around forever. Your livelihoods will be stable.
I worked there for over 11 years. I was just like, what am I going to do now to support my family?
If you're a town who's just lost your lifeline, what do you do next?
This is the reality of these events hitting these small town communities, is there's not an immediate solution to help them.
Ryan Herzog is a professor of economics at Gonzaga University.
Donald Trump campaigned on bringing prices down on everyday goods. Do you see that happening?
I don't know how. When you talk labor costs and you talk tariffs, all of these things are going to ultimately put some price pressure in place.
Inflation impacts so much of what we buy, everything from bread and eggs to potatoes. Nearly half of all Americans say they feel worse off today than they did 4 years ago. Inflation drove many people to the polls, and in towns like this, it might be driving them out.
We had people, generations of families that worked here.
Connell Mayor Lee Barrow says the plant's closure has already led to collateral damage, a 10% cut in the town budget due in part to lost tax revenue.
What kind of ripple effect could that have on the rest of the community?
Absolutely could affect retail. It could affect enrollment in our schools.
And it doesn't end there. Spending less has led to a scale down on the dollars made from pizza sales. Kanwardeep Singh is the owner of Papa Ray's.
How busy was it when the factory was in operation?
Something around 3,000, so
3,000?
Yeah, a day.
A day?
Yes, and now it's shrink like sometimes 600,
Wow.
And closer to the Kunkel home, coffee.
And we've cut back our hours just to try to save some money to be able to keep all of our people on board. The cost of milk, the cost of coffee beans, everything, it goes up,
The town of Connell now faces a fork in the road, struggling to hold on while searching for new ways to bring prosperity back to its table. For Eye in America, I'm Jonathan Vigliotti in Connell, Washington.